So recently I've been doing these drawings where I cover the page. I did it with birds, did it again with eyeballs, did it again with fish. I'm gonna cover it with skulls, little skulls. I don't want really threatening looking skulls, and I don't want them to look really realistic. I think I'm gonna do round. I'm gonna have little round teeth. I'm gonna quickly draw the space I want the skulls to take up. So I'm just gonna draw a bunch of circles all over the page. Just randomly different size circles. That one was a big one, right? Sometimes you just gotta trust the process. You got a big job. Maybe not that big. It's not really realistic. Oh wait, none of them are. They only have 4 teeth. See how they should make a Love is Blind, but for actual blind people? It would make the name make a heck of a lot more sense. Been applying to a lot of jobs. Mostly they get back to you with the AI email saying, hey, good luck next time. Do appreciate the response back though. If you don't have time to respond to people, maybe you need to hire someone to look through applications. Maybe that's who you need to hire. I think it's looking cool. I think it was a good idea. I like that they're all different shapes. Makes it fun. But let's mic you up. You're part of this. This is my wife.
What were you thinking with choosing the pink and purple and white?
Well, I wanted to do purple. So I made one that was blue, made one that was pink, made one that was green. I just wanted to do another just kind of color that takes up most of the screen. A lot of people think that I spend a lot of time recording songs and I like making music, but it takes me literally a day to finish a song or less. My back was tweaked, so I wasn't going out of the house today, and it took me just a few hours to finish the whole song.
We were gone for 2 hours.
Yeah, so it took me 2 hours to finish the song.
Do you have experience with drawing skulls?
Drawing a lot of skulls. Drawing skulls is one of the beginner things that they have you draw a lot. I went to an art school for a year, drew a few skulls. I was an art nerd when I was in high school, and I won a scholarship to go to Purchase College in New York. And I spent a whole summer as a junior just doing art, and I probably did a few skulls there. Skulls are just interesting, they're fun to do. And it's interesting all the symbolism behind them that people draw out of them, whether it be life or death or remembrance, and they look sick. A lot of people are scared to draw other people because they're like, what if they're insulted by the drawing I do of them? But usually, I think people are just flattered by you capturing their appearance, or even trying. You could purposely try to insult people with your artwork and how you draw them though. I like character artists. There's some funny ones that they do.
Those are fun to watch. Videos of they're doing character drawings on the sidewalks. Just crying, laughing.
I saw one where there's a guy and he's not a character artist, he just draws people really detailed and perfectly. And he's talking to the guy that he's drawing and he casually slipped in. He was like, oh, so what are you most insecure about? And the guy said, oh, my hairline, my forehead. And by the end of it, he made his hairline and his forehead way bigger. And you could see the kind of disappointment on the guy's head.
On his
big old head. I like using the iPad. For more commercial work, the iPad is good because you can get the exact pixel amount right. So the image that I'm doing will be uploaded on Spotify, on Apple Music, on basically anywhere where music is streamed. And so they have specific pixel requirements on those platforms. Usually, I want to say 3,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels. And if you're doing it with pixels, drawing with pixels, then you can really easily make sure that you meet the requirements. It doesn't get rejected. I think eventually I might do a painting though, an album cover. Or maybe for all these single covers that I'm doing, I'll do these drawings. And then for the album, like a special painting.
That'd be cool.
El Madrileño is a cool album cover. It's a painting. A musician would recommend. It's a good album.
Spanish album?
It's in Spanish, but everyone would like it. What do you think of this color instead of the pink? Is that better?
You're just using black? Or is it a dark purple?
It's kind of a blue. It's like a dark blue. I think it goes with the purple. No, you don't like that as much? Let's try the pink. Go back to the pink. I think the pink is more interesting. Should I outline the whole thing, or did you like just the teeth?
Maybe put 2 next to each other. 2 different ones next to each other.
Where I outline the whole thing?
Oh, the teeth look nice like that. I think I like it fully outlined. Otherwise, it kind of just looks like it's wearing lipstick.
That's fair. You don't want your skulls wearing lipstick?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't think that's what you're going for.
Probably should in the future, after I make a few of these. Maybe someday I'll figure out a better system where you can see what I'm drawing better. Like a screen recording at the same time, throw it in the corner. I'm doing it on the iPad.
You have to draw each outline on a different layer?
I like doing it on separate layers just so there's more flexibility and I can change colors or make changes. Because now that I'm drawing these lines on the same layer, they're cooked together, if that makes sense.
So like, if you didn't like one of them, you could just take it off?
But I guess I'm already this far in.
Well, I think all of them look good so far, so.
Just go for it. That's another reason why business stuff, or if you're working with a company, you do your art digitally a lot of times because they ask for a lot of changes when you're working with other people, especially if they're paying you. They want you to change everything. So it's easier to do that.
That makes sense.
It's not a real painting.
So where would you add texture in that?
On the purple, I'm gonna add texture to the purple for sure.
Are you gonna drag and drop texture, or do you just brush texture on?
There's lots of different ways to do texture. For this one, I'm probably gonna paint the texture or there's a brush that I know that's kind of wavy, kind of cool that I have. That's just a good background texture. It's just one that comes with the Procreate app. And so I'm gonna try that one out.
This is a little different than what you've been doing recently, because recently I've seen you put so many layers of different colors and shading, and this is simple, which is it's nice because you're going to be doing so many, and like you said, got your song done in 2 hours and you're going to get this done in an hour.
That's the
So
goal.
it is better time-wise. Everything else you have going on, so it's smart.
Well, I've always wanted to be able to make stuff that looks good and is more simple, one. And then two, if you look at design trends for the year and where marketing is moving, it's called like naive style art and more gritty looking is taking off, I think, as a reaction to AI. So I've wanted to work on that art style anyways. This is just an excuse to get to do that, which is cool.
Is there a name for the art style?
Yeah, naive style is one of the names. There's probably other names. So originally you had to be trained in a school of art to do art, but as art became more widely available to everyone because the tools to create art were more widely available and paints became cheaper, especially with acrylic paint, you suddenly had a bunch of people who had never trained in art or created art in their life being able to make art, and they made really good art, really beautiful art. It's quite a lot of people. And there's freshness to it that you don't see in a lot of classically trained art sometimes. But people, I think as an insult, they were calling it naive art almost. It's a lot of the names for the art movements just come out of schools of art trying to insult the people making the new art. Gothic style art, that was not supposed to be a compliment. The goal of marketing is just to stand out, and if you do what everybody else is doing, you're not going to stand out. So if you show exactly what you're doing and show how it's different and show how it's human and it's a craft, people will gravitate towards that.
What is your preferred medium?
I don't really have a preferred medium. I just like making stuff a lot and all the time, too much. I would say the only medium that I don't like to use is oil paint, but hear me out. Because I live in an apartment and oil paint has a smell, and then on top of that it takes a long time to dry, and we have a toddler, and it'll make a big mess if we just have an oil painting sitting around drying off.
I hate to break it to you, baby, but he's not a toddler anymore.
No, he's not, you're right, he's 4, but he's a messy guy. He's a 4-year-old, he's a messy guy, he's a curious guy, and if we had an oil paint laying around, it would be a mess. And so for that reason, I don't like it. It's more expensive than acrylic. If I had a studio and could just have all my paintings there, then I wouldn't be as opposed to it. But I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. I think I'll be using our kitchen or living room as my main creative space for a long time. So there's a lot of mediums I haven't used. There's a wood material. So here on a new layer, just want to get those waves of the wood. Got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a wood grain that I just threw on top of my art. There's different blend modes when you're working digitally. I think that one looks cool. Turn down the opacity and then move that under there. Turn it up enough that you can see the texture, but not up too much where it's distracting. I think I'm going to put a paper texture over everything too. So I have this paper texture I like. I'm going to move that on top of everything. And then I'm going to spread it out. Takes up the whole screen. Same thing, do a blend mode where you can see the artwork. Probably that one, overlay. Just turn it up enough so that it causes a little bit of noise, a little bit of texture. I think that's pretty good. I'm looking at the skulls now, and I think I want to add some details to some of them. That's the only thing that I'm thinking. I'm going to do this on a new layer, so that if I don't like a detail, then I can get rid of it. Maybe it might be cool to do some cracks in some of the skulls too. I'll try cracks. And with these cracks, I'm just going about it randomly, but I'm applying, so a principle in art with trees, I don't remember what artist said it, and it was the smaller branches coming off of the larger branches should basically be shorter than the larger branches, which when you think about it is self-explanatory. But it's really easy to draw
Larger branches off of the previous large branch.
So it's good to keep in mind.
It's a good point, especially when you're just getting lost into the doodles.
A lot of doodles going on. Should I just have all of them have cracks? Some of them not have cracks.
I think it might be nice to have, maybe just do the smaller ones without, or I don't know.
Do the ones that I don't like as much with cracks. If it has a lot of cracks, that's one I really don't like as much.
Cracks were a good call. I like it.
There's a little detail. Don't want to get in the habit of just drawing the same cracks on all of them. That's a good random array of cracks. What do you think? I think I went a little too crazy on one of these ones. That's good?
I do. I think so.
I think that's cool looking.
Cool.
I'm just gonna sign it. Just gonna go for it.
Nice.
And that's done. Sign it pretty small in the corner. I think that's good.
Sweet.
Done with that.
Hooray!
Thank you for talking with me, and I'll see you later.